show up. Like,
Because he liked Alexa, so Amy had somebody
he would
fake like
always-
Alexa. On the phone is Tyler in Alabama. Hey, Tyler, appreciate you calling. What's going on, bud?
Good morning, studio.
Morning.
So, I would like to propose to my better half. But, unfortunately, the issue that I have is she is a very, very smart woman. And she catches on to things very, very quickly. So, making it a surprise is really becoming a big challenge. And I'm just not sure what to do.
Well, it sounds like she's smart, but you could surprise her if you put a little work into it. Like, Kaylin's very smart, too, and she is on to everything I do. I would say this, Tyler. I would have a friend, if you have one, help you plan the surprise. And heck, don't let you know everything. Because if you don't know, then she won't know. You know, if you could have them like, hey, I want to do it on this day. You handle this business. I don't think she'll ever catch on that way. Or just don't surprise her. Because I would rather not be surprised than get like a half-butt surprise where I'm kind of like, well, I knew it was coming. Now I got to fake it. Either don't surprise her at all, or you outsource that stuff. Where you go like, hey, Mike, I need you to help me plan this surprise. That way it doesn't get to her. So that would be my advice. Is, hey, the best thing is you're marrying up. I married someone smarter and funnier than I am. And sometimes that's annoying. I would never mind getting into like an argument with somebody because I would feel like I got him. I'm quick. I'm witty. Where I need to dig into some, part of me. I need to go into a bucket and pull out some crazy stuff. I got it. I don't beat her. So now I've changed my fighting technique. If we ever argue about something, instead of just going pound for pound, like, okay, yeah, oh yeah, well this, oh yeah, well this. Now I just mope. It's a whole new style. I'm just like, no, I'm just gonna go in the other room. I don't even go heads up anymore. So Tyler, I would, if I were you, I would have a friend help you do it and do most of the work so she can't catch on, or just tell her, hey, there's not gonna be a surprise. It's time for me to propose so we can move on, which is not the most romantic, but very practical. All right, bud.
All right, I thank you.
I didn't help him that much, but
But good luck.
yeah, good luck with that, buddy. 877-77 Bobby. Glad you guys could hang out with us. We'll play Thomas Rhett real quick. What's your country song? Come back on the other side of this. You come back to life, and the person that kind of brings you back to life, you're like, "Who? Hey, I recognize you." And it's a celebrity. Wouldn't that be the craziest thing to happen?
Yes, I would think that I was hallucinating.
You
Totally
would think you really
Yeah.
weren't awake yet. You were
Right.
just in like some crazy dream. But this happened to a woman, and Julie Bowen, who plays Claire Dunphy on Modern Family, was the one that was hiking near her and saved her, and like got her up and called 911 and stuff. That'd be pretty cool.
Well, the crazy thing is she was hiking with her sister, and her sister is also a doctor. So not only she got saved by a celebrity and a celebrity sister who's a doctor. So like
Claire Bowen's sister.
yeah, she was hiking with her sister. So the woman that fainted and hit her nose, like it was she got like double lucky.
Well, okay. Wouldn't the move be though if you see a celebrity, you could just fake pass out, and then you kind of get some attention? Or it's like on the Sandlot when Squints goes down.
Yes.
And Julie Peppercorn has to give a mouth to mouth. Yeah, Wendy. Sorry, Wendy Peppercorn has to give have mouth to mouth.
So great.
You know, it's kind of when you just do that, like you're walking by and you're like, I think that's Eric Church. Huh? Boom, boom.
I don't know. I hadn't thought of that.
Here's a call, Jamie in Pennsylvania. Jamie, welcome to the Bobby Bone Show. What's going on with you?
Hey, Bobby. Hey, everybody. Thank you so
Hey.
much for putting me on.
Yeah.
I have an amazing everyday hero story for you guys.
Okay.
Two friends and I were on a mom vacation to Atlantic City this past weekend, and we were out for breakfast, and a woman at a table next to us all of a sudden went unresponsive. and she kind of collapsed. And one of the friends that I was with is an amazing nurse, and she did not hesitate. She jumped into action, ran over to the woman, checked her over, and saw that she did not have a pulse and she was not breathing. She immediately started performing chest compressions on this woman and was able to kind of bring her back to consciousness while we were calling 911 and getting the ambulance there. And basically, if it wasn't for, something upstairs telling us that we needed to be there that day, who knows what have happened to this woman. But I just wanted to let you guys know that nurses are amazing, and this friend of mine is a true American hero, in my opinion.
You saw all this go down? I'd have been freaking out the whole time.
I did. Oh, yes. The other friend and I were absolutely freaking out. We were all pretty hysterical, but our nurse friend, she stayed calm. She was collected. She took care of this woman. And even after the paramedics got there and she kind of handed everything over, she went over and was consoling the woman's daughter, like patting her on the shoulder, hugging her, making sure she was okay. Just amazing. I have never seen anything so amazing in my life. She
That's
is
pretty
a
cool.
true hero.
Well, does your nurse hero friend have a name? Can we shout her out?
Yes, her name is Jessica.
Her name is Struggle Jennings.
Again.
She wanted to remain anonymous, but it is Struggle Jennings.
Yeah, shout out Jessica.
Shout out Jessica. That is pretty awesome. That's really awesome, actually. And I'm glad you got to call in. So thank you for sharing that story with us.
Yes, thank you guys so much. I love your show. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate that. I was reading a story about O.J. Simpson over the weekend.
That guy.
I don't normally click on O.J. stories. So two things come to my mind. One, we had talked last week about a guy who was in jail for 30 years, and he didn't do it, and they found some evidence, and they're like, oh, he's been in jail 30 years, but we found some evidence he didn't do it. Let him free. And I'm like, what if he spent your whole life in jail? Like, how resentful? Would you try to get over that and just live your remaining years? Would you always hold, something deep down inside of you that just stayed angry? Then I came across this O.J. Simpson story, and from everything that I've read and seen and learned and think I know, I feel like he did it. I wasn't there, but from what I've read and seen and know and understand, I feel like he did it. Now, wouldn't it be crazy though if something came out and was like he didn't do it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, because I try to in my life, because I wasn't there and didn't see it, I try to not go all in on being absolutely sure. Like, he probably did it, let's be honest. But there's been crazier stories that have come out. Remember the Duke lacrosse, the guys that supposedly raped the girl?
Yes.
And then those guys were done. Turns out they didn't do it. Now, this is OJ, it's different. He probably did it. But what if he didn't, right? But I think he did. However, he says he will not go to Los Angeles anymore because he's in fear of running into the real killer.
Oh, wow. After all this time?
Oh, no, man.
And what do you think the real killer is going to do, OJ? Stab you?
Yeah, right?
That's my question. Like, this guy, and I don't think there was, but if there was another person who did the killing, he's probably playing it cool. He's not stabbing you, OJ.
Yeah.
OJ's kind of an idiot, huh?
If you were like in a high-profile murder case and you got out, would you keep talking about it over and over and over for the rest of your life?
Snoop doesn't. Snoop was almost went to jail for murder.
That would be the smart thing to do.
Snoop chills. Snoop does the Olympics now and talks about
Right.
He's out.
Corona commercials.
Did Snoop do it?
He was found not guilty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, you have your opinions.
I was so
I don't even
young.
remember what he did. I'm like, Snoop murdered somebody?
No, Mike, can you look that up and find that story? I don't think it was as clear and cut like that, but he was on trial for murder. From TMZ, O.J. Simpson said with a straight face that he won't return to Los Angeles out of fear of running into the actual person who murdered his ex-wife.
Because he's the murderer still in L.A.?
Yeah.
Or how do we even know?
It's not. It's like the murderer elbows him at the airport.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
It's me.
Remember me?
Hey, I know you're in trouble, but it's me.
Oh.
Rapper Snoop Doggy Dogg, which was his name back then, this is from the LA Times, is acquitted of murder. He's one of the nation's preeminent rap artists. He was acquitted along with his bodyguard Tuesday of first and second-degree murder charges in the shooting death of a gang member at a Palms Park. Jurors also acquitted the 24-year-old rapper, whose real name is Calvin Brodius, and bodyguard McKinley Lee on one charge of conspiracy to commit assault in connection with the August 1993 death of Philip Walderman. But the panel deadlocked on a manslaughter charge. Yeah, I don't know the rest of it, but that's the first part of it.
Wow,
and
don't
I'm not going
remember
to
that
read
at
the
all.
whole story. It's forever. I mean, we were kids. But you know why you don't remember it?
'Cause he doesn't
Snoop ain't
talk
talking
about
about
it.
it. That's right. And he was found not guilty.
Gosh.
You guys hit us up if you want, because in the next segment, I'm going to share a story with you about a piece of pie I ate over the weekend. A piece of humble pie. Where I went, dang, this hurts a little bit. Humble pie. That's next. We love to talk to you as much as we love to talk to ourselves in this room. So 877-77-BOBBY. Let's do headlines from the weekend. I'll go first. Headline is, got served a big old piece of humble pie. Now, let me explain to you. I had a pretty fantastic weekend. Caitlin and I go back to Arkansas, which is where I'm from, and we have a little cabin in central Arkansas. We rarely get there. I probably work a little too much, but we go back and we stay there for a couple of days because the governor and the first lady of Arkansas invited us to come to this dinner and have dinner with them. It was a little charity event, but we sat with them and we went up and spent some time with them and, in the house for a little bit, and then went down to dinner together and ate and talked. Just fantastic. And I can just show you this on my phone. And you have to get dressed up. You're hanging out with the governor, And so Caitlin's got on this, really like super hot body suit, whatever she calls it. And I'm in a nice little suit and tie. And we sit down at the table, and at the table, they have everybody's name marked. It's like the seal of the governor. It has your name under it. Had Caitlin's name there, the governor's name. It had his wife, the first lady. And I kid you not, there's the seal on top, Amy, and then what does it say in mine?
No way. It says Bobby Jones. No way.
Dang.
That's a joke, right? I know, but they did it on purpose.
It was not a joke. And obviously the governor didn't do it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's an intern.
And I showed him, and he was like, he laughed a little bit, but I think a little bit he was pretty. I meant to take it with me, but I took a picture of it.
That's funny.
There I was.
Yeah.
So and I showed Caitlin, and she laughed, and she's like, just when you think your britches are getting a little just right, just getting a little big, this shows you're getting a little big for your britches.
How did that pie taste?
It was pretty humble pie nation, yeah. I don't like that humble pie, but it was a fantastic night. It was not political at all. I posted it on Instagram, and someone's like, I can't believe you would go to dinner with the governor. I'm like, why wouldn't I? I like the guy. I don't agree with everything anyone stands for.
I know. It's a crazy concept. It really is.
I don't agree with everything Eddie stands for. He's my best friend.
Correct.
The only person that I agree with all the time, me.
And then say Caitlin.
No.
Sometimes you don't.
And then sometimes I think I'm an idiot. But I really enjoy the governor. And for a kid that grew up in a small town in Mountain Pine, Arkansas, I never thought that I would get to even meet the governor, much less have dinner with them. So it was fantastic. And then if you go to my Instagram, Mr. Bobby Bones, I post a picture of Caitlin and I from that night. And I'd like to read you one of the comments. There are a lot like this, but it was kind of indicative of after you look at that picture. If you go look at it, Mr. Bobby Bones, someone wrote, any beautiful blonde walking in any establishment in Arkansas usually turns a lot of heads. More so when the other one is not so hot. Talking about me.
Why is it necessary to put that?
Come on, guys.
I mean,
it wasn't even like from a burner account or like a.
No, I think someone just really saying it.
Yeah, they're like, hey, somebody pretty walks into a room, heads turn, especially when the person they're with's ugly. I had to be the ugly one. Why am I the ugly one? That was my weekend, though. It was pretty fantastic. Amy, headline from the weekend.
Headline would be my neck, my back.
Isn't that a song?
Yes, and you don't want to know the next line.
And here's the thing. I had a chiropractor appointment on Saturday to get everything worked on, and my neck has been having issues for a while, but my back has been relatively pain-free for 2020, my lower back, and most of last year and half of this year. And it's because of the COVID. We weren't going anywhere. I wasn't wearing heels. But about 3 weeks ago, I wore heels on Friday night to Bobby's rehearsal dinner, and I wore heels most of all day Saturday at Bobby's wedding, and I was dancing in heels, and that is the culprit. We figured it out because I was like, why in the world is my back pain suddenly returned after being gone? And that's the culprit, your wedding and my heels.
I guess if you haven't worn heels in a long time, that does it, huh?
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, it's like wrecked me, so we're working on putting me back together.
Eddie, your weekend?
Oh, easy. My kids are baptized and great barbecue. So 2 parts of that. Yes, it's really cool. My kids are baptized, 3 of the 4. It was a great day. They were so happy. We were all so happy. But I got to buy barbecue at the market on Saturday. And I made friends with the butcher, and he gave me some deals. He's like, dude, I'll text you next week. We got some good deals on brisket. So now I got a local butcher, and that to me is the coolest thing in the world.
That's funny. And also, you're getting older.
Oh,
That's pretty
gosh.
cool.
I didn't realize that.
No,
but
I
yeah.
like that. Because I'm starting to get those old deals with people, too. Yeah.
Man, I was pumped.
Morgan, what is your headline for the weekend?
Well, I went to a bar with my friends for her birthday party, and I am officially old. The whole time I was talking about how loud the music was, and my feet hurt, and I couldn't wait to go home, and I was promptly in bed by 12:30.
Oh, 30. Jeez.
Oh, yeah. Well,
That's-
I know,
ain't
but think about it.
Yeah. We're like, we're ready for her to say 10.
I know. Well, it used to be probably like 2 a.m. or something.
Raymundo, headline from the weekend.
Yeah, arts and crafts, I guess, are still really popular. My wife went to Michael's, Hobby Lobby, one of those places, got a Cricut printer, got a Cricut iron, got a Cricut computer. Next thing you know, I thought we were just doing arts and crafts in the house. She does a kitchen towel, she does a decal, she does a koozie. Now she wants to sell them. So I work for my wife now. She has a craft store.
Yeah, she's an Etsy store, right?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what she's working on.
Did you guys see Raymundo get trapped in the elevator?
Yes.
On his
it was
Instagram story last week?
hilarious. Yeah.
Like, Ray's like, we're trapped in the elevator, and it was him and some woman with a dog. And he's like, I don't know if we're ever going to get out of here. And I kept, scrolling through the different tiles on his story to see how long it was going to take him. It was like 5 minutes ago. 5 minutes ago. So he did like 10 in 1 minute. And then it seems like he's in there for 3 hours if you just watch his thing. And he's like, it's been 30 minutes. Bloop, and then they're out. But was that pretty scary or no?
It was. I was in there for 40 minutes. Phone battery was getting a little bit weaker. There was oxygen. You could hear. There's an air conditioner nowadays in elevators, and the light stayed on. I had phone service. But it kind of feels bad for me talking about this now because there was flooding in Omaha, and people were underwater in an elevator. And I was like, wow, my 40-minute little thing with a chick doesn't seem so bad of an elevator experience.
Did you know her before you got in the elevator?
No idea. I live on the same floor in the apartment. Never seen her dog, but we got to know each other in 40 minutes.
Well, you were putting her all over your story. Was she like, hey, stop shooting me, stop filming me?
By the end of it, she was done with my antics. She was faking smiles, and she just had stopped altogether talking to me.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
All right. There you go. Those are our headlines from the weekend. Call us if you want. 877-77-BOBBY. Back in a second.
Yeah.
Yo. Let's do 5A and 5B and take a break.
Right when you
Mike, let me see the hot dogs and the meatball story. Anyone heard from Lunchbox yet?
No, he goes in at 8:30, so probably nothing at this point.
8:30. All right, 5A, right?
Isn't it?
Come on, Bobby. Transmitting across America. Turn it up. This is the Bobby Bones Show. Let's go.
Hey, guys, welcome to Tuesday's show. Morning, studio.
Morning.
No Lunchbox today. He has jury duty. Maybe we'll find out later what kind of case he's on or if he got cut. I shouldn't say that because he may text me during the post show. But he won't be here at all, right? Because of jury duty?
Completely out of Tuesday's show, yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Do it one more time.
Here we go. Come on, Bobby. Transmitting across America. Turn it up. This is the Bobby Bones Show. Let's go.
What's happening, guys? Morning, studio.
Morning.
Lunchbox is doing jury duty today, so he will not be here. We got a couple things. Number one, now your home can smell like meatballs. You can buy these candles, and you burn them, and they smell like IKEA's famous Swedish meatballs. I never liked the food candle because the food candle makes me hungry. The vanilla candle smells pretty good.
Well,